Okay, schauen wir
Take a
mal.
closer look at her head and neck.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
Und sonst, an den Armen hier sieht man auch immer noch ein bisschen was. Okay. Ja, die hat auch schon bessere Tage
Bruising on the
gesehen.
forearms and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Okay, vielleicht beim anderen Arm auch noch mal schauen, ob wir da noch irgendwas finden. Obwohl hier ist auch nur das gleiche. Wie auf dem anderen Arm, aber hier haben wir noch einen Ring.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Okay. Haben wir vielleicht noch irgendwie was? Hier. Okay, das ist nur ein
This isn't what we're looking for.
nichts. Okay, gleiche hier hatten wir ja schon mal uns angesehen. Die gehen wir nochmal hier nach hinten. Haben wir hier? Ne, hier haben wir nichts. Okay, aber hier.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Okay. Hier ist auf jeden Fall noch was. Hier. Ah, okay, Pillen.
Looks like barbiturates.
Okay, hier scheint aber auch noch mehr zu sein. Ja, unser Kollege ist hier gerade nur im Weg. Na, gehst mal. Ja, das gleiche möchte ich mir auch nochmal angucken. Okay, warten wir mal kurz, bis der da abhaut. Los hier. Oh, der soll mal weggehen. Ja gut, dann warten wir da gleich nochmal und gucken erstmal hier. Aber nicht da rein. Okay. Alles klar, da war nur die Putzfrau. Okay, ist ein echt
Doesn't
altes.
give me anything to go on.
Altes Bügeleisen, okay. Nee. Brauchen wir nichts von. Hier. Oder? Warte mal, da war doch was. Nee, nicht das. Ah, okay, ich dachte, das daneben hätte man vielleicht auch noch mal sehen können, aber nee. Okay, gucken wir mal, ob unser Kollege Korruptikus hier mal uns jetzt Platz macht. Yep, jetzt können wir hier ran. Okay. Ich hoffe, das war wenigstens wichtig hier. Ah, okay, es war wichtig.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Ah, okay, warte mal, ich hätte den weiter untersuchen können. Habe ich zu schnell weggedrückt gerade. So, dann nochmal. Ah, okay. Julia Randall. Dr. Stoneman.
We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Ah, den Dr. Stoneman, den würde ich gerne mal kennenlernen. Okay. So, haben wir jetzt hier schon wieder neue Orte? Aber ich glaube, das hier ist gerade schon unsere Adresse, wo wir gerade sind, oder? So, wir können auch mal gucken, ob wir hier die Putzfrau befragen können. Ja,
I'm
können
Detective
wir.
Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynolds. I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Okay, sie hatte gerade schon so zur Seite geschaut.
Would she have killed herself for a man?
Miss Julie would never have killed herself. She was a very
Okay,
determined
da hat
young
aber auch ein
lady.
bisschen zu nachdenklich jetzt
One of those
nachgehakt,
people
oder?
who shake the tree for all it's worth.
Nee, das war auf jeden Fall falsch. Klar, hat sich auch echt
Miss
falsch
Randall have
angefühlt.
many friends, visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
But you cleaned up after parties.
Yes, I did. Sometimes beforehand. She was always so glamorous. She had the most beautiful clothes and jewelry. She could be hard, Miss Julie.
Okay, war auch falsch. Schade.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Auf gar keinen Fall.
You're hiding something, Mrs. Reynolds. There's something about Julia's past that you don't want to tell me.
And how do you come to that conclusion, young man? What makes you think I know anything about her past?
Verdächtige Herrenhausjacke, Schlaftabletten. Ja, die Schlaftabletten.
You are being very crass, young man. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ah, das
Now,
ist
you're
ganz,
trying to
ganz
protect
schlecht
Julia,
gelaufen.
Mrs. Reynolds, but it won't help us solve the case. Julia can't be hurt anymore.
Okay. Schauen wir mal. Wir gehen einfach mal zu Dr. Stoneman und gucken mal, ob wir da weiterkommen.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Gut, dann geht's ab zu Mr. Stoneman. Ja, was hätte denn an? Er hätte doch einfach weiterfahren können hier.
You're behind the wheel.
Genau, Kollege Schnürschuh fährt. Und mal schauen, was bei dem Dr. Stoneman rauskommt. Let's go.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Dr. Stonemans Praxis. Okay, gut. Gehen wir mal hin. Und schauen wir mal, was hierbei rumkommt. Dr. Stoneman steht jetzt hier vielleicht auch dran, wo wir hin müssen. Okay, ich kann leider nicht viel erkennen. Also dort sehe ich auch. Also ich kann es aber auch nur ganz, ganz schlecht lesen. Moment mal. Ich so rangehe. Ach, scheiß drauf. Geh einfach mal weiter hier. Okay. Einfach nur die Hintertür. Okay, dann mal rein in die gute Stube.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Okay. Sieht doch schon mal seriös hier aus. Okay, wo haben wir denn jetzt hier die Praxis? Praxis, wo bist du? Ah, hier, okay.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Okay.
Your investigation is much more important than my sciatica. I'm just in pain here. Leave me alone.
Okay. Bisschen frech, der Typ.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
How well did you know Ms. Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Gibt jetzt eigentlich auch keinen Grund, das dem zu misstrauen.
She was disturbed, though.
Well, not in the conventional sense. She had trouble sleeping.
Okay, war wohl
You
nicht
wrote
richtig.
Julia Randall a prescription for benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Dann machen wir mal den
Benzedrine is
Wesen.
addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
Do you know where Miss Randall worked?
I have my patient's home address and next to kin. That's as far as it goes.
Das glauben wir ihm nicht.
We are investigating a murder, Doctor. You can either read whatever else is on that card, or I can reach over and take it from you.
There is such a thing as confidentiality, officer.
Not for a dead woman lying on her bathroom floor, there isn't. You want to obstruct me? I'll subpoena your patient records.
Clothing store. 6582 Hollywood Boulevard, Hollywood.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Okay, da haben wir schon mal eine Adresse rausgekriegt. Das klingt doch schon mal sehr gut. Okay, weiter geht's. Gehen wir hier wieder raus. Okay, da geht's nicht raus, hier geht's raus. Und dann haben wir auch schon unseren nächsten Zielort, den wir anwählen können. Hier, Kollege, kannst wieder rein. Unhöflich hier. Wir sind immer weg. Ciao, die ho. Okay, schauen wir mal, ob wir diesen Mord aufklären können. Ach, hier sieht doch alles gleich aus, ne? Keine Ahnung, wo ich hier langlaufen muss. Wundert mich, dass wir in der Praxis da keine Zeitung sehen konnten.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Okay, gut. Wir gehen erstmal weiter. Kollege fährt. Ja, bin mal gespannt, wer sie umgebracht hat.
Pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide.
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Bekleidungsgeschäft. Okay, schauen wir mal, was wir hier so rauskriegen.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Ja.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to me.
I'm very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about him.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
Look, lady, you need to give me something. Do you know anybody who would have cause to harm Julia?
No. Really, Mr. Phelps. Julia's my friend. I don't know why anyone would want to hurt her. She's okay, isn't she?
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.